Hey, this is Dr. Karen Sullivan with I Care for Your Brain. Look, it looks as if I am a glowing angel of brain health. I am here to talk to you about MasterClass number 2, which debuts Wednesday, February 21st. We have had a great success with MasterClass number 1, which was all about understanding the aging brain, when to worry and when to know it's normal, because we want to really reassure people that many people age cognitively extremely well, that dementia is not a normal part of aging, and that we do not want to use anxiety as a way to push memory products on people that don't actually work, don't have any return on investment. So, what I'm here today to talk to you about is the very next lecture in MasterClass, and that is how to minimize your risks for dementia throughout the lifespan. So, what is really important about this lecture that debuts Wednesday is that it really reinforces this idea that we shouldn't think about brain health as only mattering once we start to turn 65 or we have gray hair. It's something we should actually care about from the very beginning of time. So if you have kids, if you have grandkids, this is a really good lecture to be able to understand exactly what it is you should be advising them or their parents to do. So we basically take a lifespan approach. And what I do is I go through the genetic risk factors, I go through the risk factors that are present at every developmental stage. So in utero, toddlerhood, grade school, young adulthood, middle adulthood, older adulthood. There's actually cumulative risk factors that build over time. And what we do in the lecture is go through each one of them. And then, of course, the learning must be turned into action to actually result in improved brain health. And that's really what our platform is all about. So in the lecture, we then always conclude with evidence-based recommendations. So what we often have people do is order, see if you can see that the way I see it, the companion workbook that goes along with each lecture. Every lecture is about an hour. Some are longer, some are shorter, and they're always free. Access to them will always be free. We will not gatekeep that information. But what I do want you to know is you can support us in our science-based brain health movement by purchasing a PDF of the workbook, and that is always just going to be $7. They are all 65 pages. They have all of my PowerPoint slides. They have sections for writing notes if you'd like to print it out beforehand when you watch the lecture. They have small group discussions. Some people have been doing this in groups almost like a book club to be able to chat with friends. So we, ask people questions that make for a nice social engagement as well. This workbook also has full-length articles in it about Lewy body dementia, some updates on Alzheimer's, the full spectrum of Parkinson's symptoms, not just cognition or motor symptoms. And we also have in here what we call our behavior tracking sheets. And this is really when you get to turn the learning into action. So this is where it becomes interactive and you can actually write in them and you can really make it your own. So this workbook has one of our most valuable behavior tracking sheets in here, which is how to reduce your risk of dementia by reducing your use of anticholinergic medication. So you get a chance to see all of the drugs that are the most significant that have anticholinergic properties. And you get to actually make a score for yourself based on your own personal medications or someone that you love. So you can bring it to your doctor and start to advocate to get less of these memory depleting medications. Now, it's not always possible to totally cut them out, and I wouldn't want you to do that without talking to a doctor. But remember, we are here for self-advocacy. So the more you know, the better you can advocate for yourself. There's also some really good tracking in here about how to implement a brain healthy lifestyle, how to recognize what your personal risk factors are. We always include some brain trivia so you can reinforce the learning. We always have references in here. Remember, we're always trying to be science-based and less based on personal opinion and more based on research, summations of literature searches, of clinical expertise. And then at the end, we always include 4 what we call cutouts here. So you can cut those out and put them on your refrigerator as a way to reinforce the learning. That is the most important part about this 9-part masterclass lecture series, is that you take the information in your brain and then you put it into practice in your life. That is how you are going to achieve true brain health. And remember, it's hard to put these things into product form because they're all based on behaviors. There are some foods that we recommend. There are some very specific activities. There are different things we recommend as related to sleep, but very few things about brain health can really be distilled into a product. There are some things that can help, but really it's a lot about what you choose to do day in and day out. But you don't know what to do until someone advises you, someone objective. And that's really what I wanted you to have in this brain health series. And I'm just getting such a kick out of the way the sunlight is hitting my face, making me look even more angelic than usual. I am so appreciative to be here with you all. I hope you love lecture 2 as much as we do. The first lecture has been amazing. We're almost at 2,000 people watching it in just a few days. We've had many, many, many requests for the workbook, and I hope that you will join us for the whole series. The second one debuts in 2 days from now, so Wednesday, February 21st, here on YouTube, How to Minimize Your Risks for Dementia Throughout the Lifespan. Very nice to see you guys on here live stream. I will see you next time. Bye.